I was dead. There is no doubt about that. I was as dead as a doornail. The register of my burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Even Scrooge signed it, and Scrooge's name was good for anything he chose to put his hand to. There is no mistaking the facts. I was definitely dead. This must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of the story we are about to see. I imagine you're wondering about the sign. I can't tell you why Scrooge never changed the name after I died, but for some reason he didn't. He kept my name on it, Scrooge and Marley's. That was the name of our firm. Sometimes people new to the business called Scrooge, Scrooge, and sometimes they called him Marley, but he answered to both names. It was all the same to him. Ebenezer Scrooge, hard and sharp as flint and solitary as an oyster. Nobody ever stopped him in the street to say, "My dear Scrooge, how are you?" No beggar dared ask him for money. No child asked him what time it was. Even the blind man's dogs appeared to know him, and when they saw him coming, they would tug their owner in the opposite direction. But what did Scrooge care? It was the very thing he liked. To edge his way along the crowded paths of life, wanting all human sympathy to keep its distance. One night, of all the good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge was hard at work.
Cratchit?
Yes, sir.
Do you have something for me?
No, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
I don't follow.
He didn't have the payments here. He said with it being a holiday and all, money was very tight.
Really, Cratchit? It's a wonder how you can become a more worthless clerk.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know what to do.
When I send you to collect a payment, you collect the damn payment.
Yes, sir. I'll go right back and ask him again, sir.
No, it's too late. He's had his chance. On Monday, go report him to the authorities.
But, sir, he says he'll pay in the new year.
A man pays his bills when they are due.
Yes, sir.
Stop eyeing my coal basket. Want more coal, you buy it yourself.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle! And a Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Ah, humbug.
Christmas? A humbug? Oh, surely you don't mean that.
I do. Merry Christmas. What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Oh, come now, Uncle. What reason have you to be cranky? You're rich enough.
Bah, humbug.
Must you be so cross?
What else can I be? I live in a world of fools. Merry Christmas. Every idiot who goes around with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Keep Christmas in your way, nephew, and let me keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone, then. Much good may it do you. Much good has it ever done you.
There are many good things in this world, Uncle, that I have not profited from. But Christmas is the one time of year where people consent to open their shut-up hearts and remember that the people they pass by on the street each day are not some other race of creatures, but fellow passengers to the grave. And even though Christmas has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me well. For that I say, God bless it.
One more stand that of you and you'll be celebrating Christmas unemployed. Well, nephew, that's quite the rhetorical flourish. No wonder you didn't go into politics. Too afraid to rise above your station, no doubt.
I didn't come here to fight with you, Uncle.
Well, then why did you come?
Came to invite you to dine with us tomorrow for Christmas. What's so amusing?
My boy, you'll sooner find me in hell than at your dinner table.
You really are a wonder, Uncle. Will you at least give me a reason, something that I might tell my wife?
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. Bah!
You never came to see me before I got married. Why give it as a reason for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you.
Good afternoon.
Why can't we just be friends?
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry to find you so resolute. We've never had any quarrel, to my knowledge.
Your hat
I can think of no reason why you should dislike me so.
and your coat.
Well, I'll not let you wring every last ounce of spirit from me, so a Merry Christmas.
Good afternoon.
Sir,
What is it?
if you don't mind me saying so, sir.
I do.
Well, it's just that he's family, sir.
Tell me, Cratchit. How much do I pay you?
15 shillings a week, sir.
I trust you value this income?
Oh, yes, sir. Very grateful to be working for you.
Well then, I suggest you show your gratitude by remaining silent. You don't have enough work to keep you busy? I'm sure other arrangements can be made.
No, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be quiet, sir.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe.
And to do we have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley.
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years.
Oh dear, well, I'm sorry I hadn't heard.
He died 7 years ago this very night.
Boy, no doubt his generosity has been survived by his partner.
May I see your credentials?
Certainly.
Continue.
Well, sir, at this festive time of year, it is desirable that we make some slight provision for the poor and destitute.
This time is very difficult for them, as you might imagine. They suffer greatly.
Do they now?
Yes, sir. That some have barely enough to buy bare necessities.
Our efforts help ensure that they have a roof over their heads and something to eat at night.
Are there no prisons?
Well, yes, sir, there are plenty of prisons.
And the workhouses still in operation?
Yes, they are.
And the treadmill, still in use?
Well, it is. Although I wish I could say otherwise. Men should not be made to power a mill. It is backbreaking work.
Yes, but it is work that continues nonetheless, correct?
Yes, sir, but,
Well, that's a relief. I was afraid something had gone wrong.
sir?
Well, from what you said, thought that all the useful mechanisms we have in place for dealing with the poor and destitute have been stopped in their useful course. Surely you had me worried there for a moment.
Anyway, we're not asking for much, sir. Any little bit you can give helps provide a little Christmas cheer.
And don't make merry at Christmas. So why should I make other people merry?
Oh, truly, sir, it all adds up. Your generosity is much appreciated.
What? Anyway, how much can we put you down for?
Nothing.
Oh, you wish to remain anonymous?
I wish to be left alone.
I don't understand.
You asked, and I gave you my answer. People's destitution is their own business. I do not wish to interfere. My business is my own, and it occupies me greatly.
But sir, it's Christmas.
As I said, I do not make myself merry at Christmas, so why should I pay for idle people to make merry? I pay my taxes, so that institutions will deal with such things.
Prisons and workhouses? Oh, many would rather die than that.
If they would rather die, then they should do it, and decrease the surplus population.
Sir!
Good afternoon.
We had
I said good afternoon.
Mhm. Here.
Sir?
What is it?
About tomorrow?
You'll want the whole day off, I suppose.
If it's convenient, sir.
It is not convenient, and it is not fair. But if I was to stop half a crown for it, I'm sure you'd find me unfair.
It's only one day a year, sir.
Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here early the next morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Merry...
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ah. Humbug! An incessant singing elsewhere. Christmas. Is someone there?
Just me.
How now? What do you want with me?
Is that any way to welcome me?
I mean it. Get out of here! Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
All right. Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Jacob is dead.
That's right.
So then you're his.
Say it.
No, I don't believe it.
Ebenezer.
Don't hear you. Don't hear things that don't exist.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Well, because a small thing could upset them. Why, you may just be a disorder of the stomach, brought about by an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of an underdone potato. Why, there's more of gravy than of grave about you.
Your skepticism will be your undoing, Ebenezer. I am not a figment of your imagination. Believe I am here.
I believe you. I believe you.
Good.
What is it you want with me, Jacob?
To warn you. To help you avoid my fate. A man doomed to wander through the world, witnessing the happiness I cannot share, and filled with the incessant torture of remorse. I am chained, Ebenezer.
But why, Jacob? You were always a good man of business.
Mankind was my business, and I neglected it. I walked through life with my eyes turned down, never knowing or caring about anyone but myself. You see, Ebenezer, I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore it. Is its pattern strange to you, or does it look familiar?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you? You bear a strong coil yourself. It was as full and heavy as mine 7 years ago, but you have labored on it since. It is a massive chain you carry.
I feel nothing. Nothing binds me. You are mistaken.
Make no mistake about it. Your chain grows every day. I have sat invisible beside you, watching it grow.
You've been watching me.
Oh yes, Ebenezer. For 7 years I've been your shadow, observing your life of greed. It's part of my penance.
I don't believe any of this.
See the world as I see it, Ebenezer. The air is filled with phantoms, wandering, watching, desperately wishing to bring aid to the living, but powerless to do so. We are captive, bound, and double ironed. This is your fate if you do not change your ways.
Stop it, Jacob, please. You're scaring me. You must speak some comfort to me in this hour.
I have none to give, but I have procured for you one last chance, one hope of escaping my fate.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. You were always a good friend to me.
You will be haunted
Oh,
by 3 spirits.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first tonight when the bell tolls 1.
Couldn't I just take them all at once and get it over with?
My time is nearly gone. For your own sake, remember what has passed between us.
No, Jacob, don't leave me.
Goodbye, Ebenezer.
Jacob! 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 Ah!
Expect the first spirit when the bell tolls 1.
Greetings.
Ah!
Oh, come now. Am I really so frightening?
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Christmas. Why must everything be about Christmas?
The name is a little misleading. Perhaps it's better to say that I am the ghost of your past.
My past? Spirit, what purpose brings you here?
Your welfare.
Welfare? It's nonsense. Why, aside from an occasional fit of rheumatism, I'm fit as a fiddle.
You are not well in ways that count. You have forgotten the person you once were.
I don't believe you.
But you will. Come.
Where are we going? I had assumed this would just be more of a lecture.
No amount of words can help you now. You must see with your own eyes.
But I am not dressed.
What you have on will serve. Come.
But I could catch a chill. Don't you think my welfare would be better served by a good night's rest?
No more questions, Scrooge. My time with you is short.
Oh, very well. Let's go.
Not that way.
What? Out the window? Let me remind you, Spirit, that I am mortal, and what is more, flightless.
We aren't flying anywhere. I will take you where you need to go.
I am wary all the same.
You have far more to fear if you don't come with me. Trust me, Ebenezer.
Where are we?
We are in a place you know well.
But I don't recognize anything.
You will concentrate.
That bench. That's somehow familiar to me. Why, that's the bench in the schoolyard. We're at my old boarding school.
So you haven't forgotten.
Forgotten? Ah, why, I could walk those halls blindfolded. It's Sister Mary.
Now, children, I know you're all eager to clamber into those carriages and see your families again. A holiday is a splendid thing. But remember, even in times of merriment, idleness is still a sin. Make yourselves useful to your families, review your sums, and above all, practice your Latin conjugations every night. Oh, and one more thing. Merry Christmas!
All the children are going home.
Not quite. There is still one boy left. One boy who didn't pack a suitcase.
Is that...
It is.
That's what I look like.
I know. It's hard even for me to believe.
Ebenezer.
Yes, sister? Oh.
What are you doing sitting outside here? It's cold.
Oh, but I don't mind the cold, sister. The sun is out. Oh, please, just let me stay a few minutes more.
Oh, very well. Catch your death if you insist. Poor boy.
Why did you bring me here, Spirit?
To show you.
To show me what? That I was left alone every Christmas? That my father didn't even want me in the house? Well, what of it? I survived. Thrived, even. And without the sentimental fairy tales that other children filled their heads with.
Open sesame.
What's that book you are reading?
I don't remember.
You seem to be enjoying it.
It's called Taking Pride in One's Studies.
Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. Interesting name for a textbook.
Oh, that's not a textbook, Spirit.
No?
Come now, Spirit. Surely you know the story of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves.
Remind me how it goes.
Oh, well, Ali Baba is... Well, it's Ali Baba. He was a woodcutter, poor as dirt, but clever. And one day he's out cutting wood, and he overhears a gang of thieves, 40 of them, talk about where they hide their treasure.
Treasure.
Yes, kept in a cave, sealed with Arabian magic.
Oh my.
The only way to enter the cave is to speak the magic words. Open sesame.
Open sesame.
Yes, so he sneaks into the cave and steals a bag of it. See, just one little bag of it was enough to make him filthy rich.
So is that the end of the story?
Oh no, Spirit, that's just the beginning. Wow, there's murder, intrigue, revenge, the dangerous exploits of the slave girl, Morgiana. Oh, it's a thrilling tale, Spirit. One you should really read for yourself sometime.
And here I thought you had no time for fairy tales.
Yes, well, things one absorbs as a boy.
What's the matter?
It's nothing, Spirit.
Tell me.
It's nothing. Well, there was a group of people singing a Christmas carol at my door last night, and I shouldn't have... Well, it doesn't matter now.
It might matter more than you think.
What do you mean?
Ebenezer, Ebenezer,
Fan, what are you doing here?
I've come to bring you home, dear brother, to bring you home, home, home.
Home?
Yes, home for good, home forever.
But why?
Don't you miss me?
Of course I do. I'm just surprised that Father...
Father's changed. He's so much kinder than he used to be. Last week when I was going to bed, I asked him when he might come home.
You asked him that?
Yes, and you know what he said? He said that you should come home right away, and I should never be afraid to ask him anything ever again.
That doesn't sound like Father.
That's what I'm saying. He changed Ebenezer. He sent me a coach to bring you. And he said he would be a man, and you're never to come back here. And we're to be together this Christmas, next Christmas, and every Christmas forever and ever.
I don't know what to say.
Don't just stand there. The coach is waiting. Let's pack your things and go.
Easy, Fan. You mustn't run. Your heart.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Come, Ebenezer. We have to get you home, home, home.
She was a delicate child, wasn't she?
Very.
What was wrong with her heart?
The doctors didn't know. She was very young when she died.
But she had children.
Yes, one child. A boy.
Your nephew.
Yes.
What happened to him?
I've seen enough, Spirit. Bring me home.
I'm sorry, Ebenezer, but we've barely begun. Do you recognize this place?
Why, I was apprenticed here. Look, it's Fezziwig. It's old Fezziwig alive again.
Yo-ho there! Ebenezer! Dick!
Yes, Mr. Fezziwig.
That's me.
Yes, sir.
And Dick Wilkins. How about that, Dick Wilkins?
A friend of yours?
Oh, yes. He and I were inseparable in those days.
No more work tonight, boys. It's Christmas Eve.
Oh, Fezziwig always loved to have fun.
approaching you.
Oh, Ebenezer.
Mrs. Payne, I'm only an apprentice here.
Oh, don't you be modest, Ebenezer. I know a smart fellow when I see one. And the Clarks in my business are being paid thrice what you make to be a bookkeeper.
Why, thank you, madam.
Oh, now, I know a sharp fellow when I see one. You should be working with Payne and Associates.
Well, that's very kind of you, madam, but I don't think I can do it to Mr. Fezziwig.
Oh, yes, Fezziwig is a good man. But between you and me, I don't think his business will last long. He doesn't pay enough attention to margins. Look, there is a young man, eager, in my office. Marley's his name. And I think that the two of you could work very well together.
Madam?
I said, I think you and Marley could work very well together.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Truly. If you would just excuse me for just a moment.
Well, consider what I'm saying, Ebenezer.
Hello?
My father made that.
The craftsmanship is evident.
The design wasn't her idea.
Oh, thank goodness.
I hear young people laughing when they should be dancing. Go.
Don't you like dancing, Mr. Scrooge?
I've never tried.
But it's easy. Here, let me show you.
That was wonderful, Mr. Fezziwig.
I can't remember the last time I had so much fun.
It seems you fancy young Belle, Ebenezer.
Yes, he does. What? Mr. Fezziwig doesn't care.
Oh, do you think she fancies you back, Ebenezer? Yeah, that's my boy. Ain't nothing like the holiday season to bring out a bit of young love. And now, lads, there's one more thing I need to discuss with you. And I do hope you'll forgive me.
What is it, sir?
As you know, I'm quite fond of the both of you. But the times were the times. I only wish we could have done more this year.
Oh, God. We're being let go.
Please, Mr. Fezziwig, please don't fire us.
What? Rubbish and rot, lads! These envelopes contain your Christmas bonuses!
But you said...
I was saying that I wish I could have done more. You two young men are the finest apprentices I have ever had. I'm lucky to have you.
We get a bonus.
But sir, you've already done so much for us. Letting us work for you, teaching us everything you know, And the party, oh, the party tonight was something.
It was something, wasn't it? But now you must take your leave. Go. Be home with your family.
But don't you need our help, Cozy?
I know. You boys are done for the night. I'll take care of everything.
You are most kind, sir. I don't know what to say.
Just wish me a Merry Christmas and be on your way.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Fezziwig.
Merry Christmas, boys.
Ebenezer,
What is it, Spirit?
you're crying.
He was a good man, Fezziwig.
You mean the bonus? It was barely anything.
It wasn't that.
The party then? That only cost him a few pounds.
It wasn't that either. You see, Fezziwig had the power to make our work burdensome or light, pleasure or a toil, and he always made it a pleasure. And not with the way he paid us, but in words and gestures, and I never.
What's the matter?
It's nothing.
Something, I think.
It's nothing. I should just like to be able to say a few words to my clerk right now, that's all. Take me home.
My time grows short, and there is one more Christmas to see.
All I said was that I hate going to parties. I don't understand what you're so upset about.
Oh, Spirit, not this one. Any Christmas but this one.
It's not about the party. Can't you see what's happening to us?
So we have to talk about this now?
Why postpone it any
Look,
longer?
I know I've been preoccupied lately. I'm sorry.
It's more than that. When we're together, it's as though you're not even there.
Where am I?
Work! Your mind is forever on work. Money, money, money is all you think about, all you care about.
I am trying to build a life for us. Would you have us be poor? There's nothing work in the world for that.
Oh, but there is, Ebenezer. What good is money if it's all you have?
We don't get to decide. That's the way the world works. Either you make money and are successful, or you drown, and I am not going to drown.
You fear the world too much.
And you don't fear it enough!
I don't even recognize you anymore. You're not the man I fell in love with.
The man you fell in love with was a fool.
Not to me. He was a man who aspired to be something greater than himself. A man who dreamed of contributing something more to this world.
What sort of contribution can a man make if he can't even pay his bills?
I'm not saying we have to be poor. But you would make our entire lives about profit and gains.
Bah!
Just admit it. Something is only useful to you if there's a way to make money from it.
That is not true.
You know deep down that it is. And that's why this needs to happen.
Belle.
When you made your promise to me, we were both poor and content to be so. If our fortunes improved, they improved, but at least we had each other.
I don't know what you want me to say.
There's nothing to say. My heart, which was so full of hope for the happiness that we would share, is now terrified of the future that we would have together.
But I made a promise.
I release you of that promise.
I didn't ask you to.
Not in words. But a life with me is not what you hope for anymore.
I don't know what I hoped for.
Answer me honestly. If we had met each other later in life, would you still have proposed to me? You don't need to answer. I know that if you were free today or tomorrow, that you would never choose to marry a girl without a dowry just for the sake of love. I release you, Ebenezer, and I so do out of love. Not for the man you are, but for the man I used to know. Do know what the worst part is? It's knowing that when you look back on this day, you won't have any regrets. You won't feel any pain. You'll dismiss it as an unprofitable dream and you'll be glad you woke up. Goodbye, Ebenezer. May you be happy in the life you've chosen.
Go after her. Go after her, you fool! Spirit, show me no more. Take me home.
Not quite yet.
Why do you delight in torturing me?
I take no delight, Ebenezer.
You are cruel, Spirit.
These are the shadows of the things that have been. They are what they are. Do not blame me.
Yes, but you forced me to relive them. It's a torture no man should have to endure.
I am sorry this is painful, but it can be no other way.
Please, Spirit, I beg you. I can hear this no longer.
Ebenezer.
Stop it. Haunt me no more. I beg you. Just take me home.
Expect the next spirit at the stroke of 2.
Scrooge had met only one ghost of 3, and already the experience had changed him. But of course it had. If Christmas can offer a dead man like me the chance to redeem himself, just think what it can do for the living. But at this moment, Scrooge was so exhausted and confused, he wasn't sure if he was still living. All he wanted was to relax and go to sleep.
Expect the next spirit, a stroke of 2.
But he was determined not to be caught unawares this time, and he kept a sharp lookout. What would the next spirit be, he wondered. After what he'd seen so far, Scrooge was prepared for anything. But what he wasn't prepared for was nothing.
Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Oh! You're the second of the 3 spirits?
Christmas present. Nice to meet you.
What is your... I'm sorry, I expected you soon.
Well, I was rustling around for something to eat. Bare cupboards, empty pantry. What do you eat, man?
Well, had I known I'd be having company.
You didn't finish your food tonight, did you? You weren't hungry?
I was, till guests began arriving.
Terrible to spoil a man's appetite. But then again, you brought this on yourself.
So I've been told. Now, Spirit, have we no better use of our time?
What do you mean?
Well, surely you didn't come to discuss food.
Relax, man. I do wonder why your meal had no sides. No potatoes, or even a root vegetable. Sorry, I don't mean to nitpick, but there is little in your kitchen. It is quite sad.
Well, in the morning I eat porridge, and in the evening I eat beef. I don't waste money on frills.
That's right. You keep things real simple. No expensive tastes of any kind.
Quite right.
Except for that little indulgence there on the table, eh, Scroogey?
That was in a locked case.
That sure isn't the cheap stuff.
Only the best for Master Scrooge.
I was saving that.
For what?
I don't know. To have it.
Well then, let's have it. No time like the present is what I always say. It's going to be a great night. You and me together, embarking on a journey that will reveal the true meaning of Christmas.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
God, man, can you sound a little more excited? What, did it not go well with Pat?
No, it did. It did. To tell you the truth, I learned some very valuable lessons.
Well, bravo! That's cause for celebration.
It is. Yes, I suppose it is. 2 lessons learned.
2 lessons yet to be learned. One more?
Oh, why not?
Let's toast to Christmas.
Yeah. Okay, well, I suppose we should be off. Suppose you have other people to haunt, other places to be. So let's be off, shall we?
Our time together is so very short. It goes by so fast. And then it's over.
Oh, come now, Spirit. Chin up. We're on an adventure. So let's be off. Conduct me where you will.
That's the spirit, Scroogey. Off we go.
Okay, off we go.
What you doing?
I thought we were leaving.
Yes, but we don't have far to go. You can just go to the window and look outside.
Oh, I assume that... well, then, let me get dressed first.
What you are wearing is fine. No one will be able to see you anyway. Everything you need to know about Christmas is right outside. Behold, Christmas morning. Isn't it lovely? And to think, you walk by such a festive scene every year and never notice.
What is there to notice?
Come on, Scrooge. Look closer. Do you see the way the people acknowledge each other on this day? The way they care for one another?
But why should they behave any differently? Their lives are no better on today than they are on any other day.
Yes, but today, they appreciate all that they have, even the ones who have very little. You see, when people share the spirit of Christmas with each other, the feeling multiplies. I know some people who keep Christmas better than anyone. They live just up the street. Do you know that little brown house there?
No.
Well, it's about time you did. It is the home of Bob Cratchit.
Cratchit and his entire family in that little shack. I don't see how they manage.
Let's find out, shall we?
I wonder what's keeping your father. He should have been back a while ago. And Martha, too.
Martha is always late, Mother.
Honestly, it's Christmas. She shouldn't be working at all.
I'm sure she'll be home any minute.
I smell goose.
It's almost ready, Timmy. Why don't you go sit by the fire?
Yes, Mama.
I'm here. Sorry I'm late.
Martha, you will not believe the size of the goose. It is bigger than last year's.
What is he talking about? That goose is tiny.
What do you expect them to eat, given what you pay them?
Well, it sure smells good.
What kept you so long? I thought you'd be here hours ago.
There's a great deal of work to finish. They wouldn't let me go.
Well, never mind now, so long as you're here. Why don't you go get warm? Sit by the fire.
Merry Christmas, Martha. Merry Christmas, Timmy.
I see Father coming. Martha, go run and hide.
Do we realize how to see him on Christmas holidays?
Please.
Very well.
I'm back. Oh, what is that heavenly smell?
The goose is ready.
So it is, Timmy, so it is. Oh, I see the table's all set. My family's all here. Where's Martha?
She's not coming.
What? Not coming on Christmas?
I'm sorry, dear.
We're just teasing you, Father.
Here I am.
I don't know why I always fall for that.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
Father.
Christmas, Martha.
Oh, Peter, tell your father how it went with Mr. Pilkington.
I think he likes me.
I actually spoke to Pilkington. You made a strong impression. He's going to hire him on for 6 pence a week.
Oh, how wonderful!
6 pence a week? The boy should be in school.
He was, but times are hard.
Peter, why don't you seem more excited?
I'm excited.
I know it's not what you want to do, son, but it'll really help the family out.
I'm happy to do it, Father.
Oh, and you'll become a proper man of business.
And it'll be better than my job, so just sell days terribly dull.
Oh, we must be grateful for what we have. You're lucky to have a job.
Yes, Mom.
Before we eat, I would like to make a toast. To Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
Founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon.
Please, dear, today's Christmas. I, for one, am thankful that he worked for Mr. Scrooge. Without him, we wouldn't be dining on the best goose in London.
We have the best goose in London.
Of course we do, Timothy.
All right, I'll toast to his health for your sake, and that it's Christmas, even if he's a hard, uncaring, unfeeling man who makes my husband's life miserable.
Dear.
All right. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge, and our family.
God bless us, everyone.
That's right, son. That's right.
Father, can I do a special prayer I wrote?
Yes, of course.
Oh, left it on my bed.
I'll get it for you, Tim.
No, I got it.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, Spirit. Say he will be spared.
Dear Lord, we thank you this day for each other.
Why will you not spare him, Spirit?
What sort of power do you think I have?
Someone should help him.
Why does it matter so much to you?
Should matter to someone.
Children die every day, Ebenezer. What business is it of yours?
He's just a boy, Spirit.
But it's just one life.
Yes, but it's his life.
That's how it starts. You start saving all these individual lives, and what do you have?
Don't.
A bunch of poor people clogging up our streets like some sort of infestation.
That's not what I meant.
Sure it is. If the boy's going to die, then he should do it and decrease the surplus population.
No! Stop it!
Get on with it already.
Things you were saying are cruel, Spirit.
Stop wasting time and money.
Just stop it. I've learned my lesson. Yes. Now, take me home. I'm old and frail and...
Stop it! You are perfectly well. And there is more to see. Come. Our next stop is a more cheerful one. I promise you.
You better be careful, Mr. Topper. Uncle Scrooge.
Oh, Uncle Scrooge. You know, I went to see him yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. To invite him to our party.
You didn't.
I did.
Well, what did he say, Fred?
Well, he said that Christmas was a humbug. And he believed it, too, the poor fellow.
That man should be ashamed of himself.
Well, yes, but far be it from me to speak ill of him. His offenses will carry their own consequence in the end.
I'll say. And to think he has that rather large fortune.
But what of it, dear? His wealth is of no use to him. He doesn't make himself comfortable with it. And he certainly doesn't do any good with it.
But I'm sure he'll leave you something once he passes on, right?
Oh, I doubt it. I'm sure the very idea of helping a family member absolutely turns his stomach.
He is a dreadful old man. It's hard to believe someone like him is related to you.
Okay, can you see it now? 421, 422.
See? He has lots of friends, and they're all made of gold.
You're not far off. After all those years in that dusty office, I'm afraid he's forgotten what it's like to enjoy the company of another human being.
How sad.
It is sad, Rosie. But that's why I'll keep inviting him. Year after year. He may rail at Christmas to the end of his days, but at least I'll be reminding him that someone still cares about him. He'll probably never come over, but who knows? Perhaps it will compel him to leave 50 pounds to his poor clerk when he dies.
Do you really think that could happen, dear?
Who knows? But I think I shook him yesterday. I really do. There was a moment when I was talking about Christmas that I glimpsed something in his eye. Of course, it was only a moment, and he went right back to insulting me, but still, it was something.
Enough sad talk for tonight. Let's get back to the games with the others. It is Christmas after all.
You're right. But first, I would like to make a toast. To Uncle Scrooge. Though he is not here, he is family, and it would be ungrateful not to drink to his health. So a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, wherever he is. He wouldn't take it from me, but he may have it nonetheless.
To Uncle Scrooge.
No, Spirit. I'm not ready. I want to stay at the party and see what games they play.
We haven't the time. My time with you runs short.
Our Spirit's lives so short.
Mine is. It lasts just one night.
One night.
Yes, one perfect, glorious night. Do not pity me. I am the spirit of Christmas, you see. So any place I visit, be it the almshouse, the hospital, or the jail, people take comfort. Sick children turn cheerful. The poor feel rich. That's enough joy for many lifetimes. But now my light is fading. I feel the darkness creeping in.
No, don't leave me, Spirit. I fear what is to come next.
Enough. The final spirit comes.
good. I promised to be a man different than what I was. Therefore, I will bear your company and do it with a thankful spirit. Will you not speak to me, spirit? Very well. Lead on. I will follow.
Listen, I don't know much about it either way. I only know that he's dead.
Yes? Well, when did he die?
Just last night.
Oh. Well, who did you hear it from?
Riley told me.
Oh, Riley doesn't know anything.
No, he heard it from Mr. Kent, who heard it from the man's own housekeeper. It's definitely true.
Oh. Oh. And did you hear how he died?
Just dropped dead.
Collapsed, you say?
Probably under the weight of all that money.
I know these two. I worked with them.
Honestly, I'm surprised he lived as long as he did.
What's that?
That man had nothing to live for.
Oh. Any word on what's to be done with his fortune?
I haven't heard. Maybe left it to the business. Hasn't left it to me, that's all I know.
You know, it's probably buried in the ground somewhere. That man trusted no one.
It's likely going to be a cheap funeral. For upon my life, I don't know anybody who's going.
Perhaps we should go.
Well, we did work with him in some way. I suppose that makes us his closest friends.
Well, you know, when he was a young man, he used to be a clerk in my office. And he and another clerk named Marley, well, they left to form their own firm. Yes.
Jacob. They're talking about Jacob.
And I remember when they left, they said, "Oh, it's nothing personal, Mrs. Payne. It's just business." Yes, maybe. Well, then, it shall be just business when I say good riddance.
Thought you were the ghost of Christmas yet to come. They were talking about Jacob. He died years ago. There must be some mistake.
Oh, Mr. Cratchit, Scrooge's nephew, Fred.
Oh, yes, Fred, I remember.
I saw you walking in. I wanted to express my condolences. I heard the news about your boy.
Yes, last Tuesday.
I can't begin to imagine what your family must be going through.
We're doing the best we can under the circumstances.
If you or your family need any help from me, please don't hesitate to ask.
You're most kind, Fred. Thank you.
Please give my best to your wife as well.
Indeed, I will.
No, Spirit. Not Tiny Tim.
And you took the child, and he set them in the midst of them. Those who welcome one of these little children welcome me. And the one who welcomes me does not welcome me, but welcomes the one who sent me.
Doesn't feel it. So glad we'll be here. It's great.
You would have liked it here.
Doesn't feel like Christmas at all.
That's why we have to come and visit him now. He's up in heaven looking down on us.
My poor boy. My poor little boy.
We'll see him again someday.
I don't know what you got here. I picked the place clean.
You missed plenty.
What'd you take?
Things a dead man don't need.
So everything.
More or less.
Man's body isn't even cold. There were too many nice things to want.
You mean to tell me you took the rings and all?
Yeah, I took the bed curtains. Why not? Weren't doing him any good.
Is that his shirt that he was wearing?
Now don't be afraid of that. You may look through this shirt till your eyes ache, but you won't find a hole in it or a threadbare place. It's the best one he had. Find one too. They would have buried him in it if it wasn't for me.
Made me look saintly.
Hey, look, if he wanted to keep him after he was dead, he should have done things different. Instead of lying there gasping out his last breath alone.
You're right. He frightened everyone when he was alive, and now that he's dead, well, we might as well profit from it.
Ooh!
What must I know, spirit? What is that? Whose gravestone is that? Now, before I draw any closer, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will be? Or are they the shadows of things that may be, unless the current course is departed from? Some things may be set in motion. But if the circumstances change, might not the end change too? Will you not speak to me, spirit? I will keep the spirit of Christmas within me every day of the year. Just spare me, spirit. Smudge away the writing on this stone and let me live. Just let me live. Oh, as light as a feather. I'm as merry as a schoolboy, as happy as an angel. This Kitty's a drunken man. Merry Christmas to everyone. Christmas? Have I missed it? I don't know how long I've been with the spirits. Oh, I don't know anything. Quite like a baby. Oh, never mind. I'd rather be a baby. Today's date. Christmas Day, I haven't missed it. Spirits did it all in one night. Oh, well, of course they can. They can do anything they like. Oh, of course they can. A Merry Christmas to you, sir. You there, boy. Do you know the butcher shop on the next block? Oh, yes. Yes, a remarkable boy, a splendid boy. Now, do you know if they have sold the prize turkey that they had hanging there? Not the little prize turkey, a big one. Yes, yes, the one as big as you. Oh, an intelligent boy. Now, I want you to go and buy it and bring it just down the road to Mr. Bob Cratchit. Oh, Bob shan't know who sent it. Mine's twice the size of Tiny Tim. Now, here is some money for the turkey. And here is some for you. Oh, here. I better get dressed. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. My dear sir, madame.
Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, that is my name, though I fear it may be unpleasant to your ears. But beg my pardon, and shall come back to you tenfold, I promise you. Now, I should like to make a contribution, and that I hope you will find suitable.
Oh, my Lord! My dear Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?
Yes, yes, I am. A great many back payments are included in that, I assure you.
My good sir, I don't know what to say to such magnificent generosity.
You don't have to say anything. Just promise me one thing. That you will come and see me whenever you need something. Will you do that? Will you come and see me?
You can count on it, Mr. Scrooge.
Oh, bless you. Bless you both. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, my goodness. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, my dear nephew.
I beg your pardon.
Merry Christmas. That is what one says on today, correct?
Forgive me, but
No, Fred. Forgive me. I was harsh to you yesterday, and I am sorry for that. If it is not too late, I would like to join you today.
Why, of course, that would be wonderful.
This must be your lovely wife.
Yes, this is Rosie.
Merry Christmas, my dear.
Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge. Will you really be dining with us today?
Yes, I shall. Sorry it has taken me so long to do so. Am I still welcome?
Yes, Uncle. You always have been.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you for not giving up on me. You have your mother's kindness. Thank you for that. Now, shall we? Cratchit, what do you mean coming in here this time of day?
I'm late, sir. I apologize.
Step this way, sir, if you please.
It's only once a year, sir. It won't happen again.
What reason do you have for blatantly ignoring your employer's wishes?
Oh, we overdid it a bit on the merriment last night, sir. Some mysterious person sent us this huge turkey, and well, we celebrated quite a bit, sir.
A turkey.
Yes.
That's the best you could come up with.
No, sir, it's the truth.
Are you now? Is it? Well, some mysterious person just shows up with a giant turkey and has a note on it that says, Merry Christmas to the Cratchit family and many happy returns.
Yes, that's exactly what the note said, sir.
Ah! You've gone too far this time, Cratchit. I cannot take your pitiful work ethic any longer. Therefore, I am going to have to raise your salary.
Did you say?
Raise. Yes, a raise, my good fellow. After all, you have a lot of mouths to feed and, well, you really are a good worker. Have I told you that lately?
I don't think you've ever told me that, sir.
Well, then it's long past due. Oh, come now, let's not let the celebration end. Let's have a discussion and talk about your future.
I don't know what to say, sir.
Nothing to say. Let's talk. One thing.
Yes, sir.
Did Tiny Tim enjoy the turkey?
Yes, you had 3 helping. Wait, did you? Oh, sir.
And so, Scrooge became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city had ever known. Some people laughed to see such change in him, but he let them laugh, for he was wise enough to know that the best things often started with a little laughter at the outset. I never visited Scrooge again, nor did any of the other spirits. We didn't need to. It was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well, better than anyone. May that be truly said of all of us, or, in the words of Tiny Tim,
God bless us, everyone.
Merry Christmas!